Let's get to the Max Pacioretty injury update. He has been placed on IR week to week. That goes right in parcel with the conversation I brought up on Sunday via X, that it sounds like he escaped anything serious. It sounds like a pulled hamstring for Max Pacioretty, which falls in line with week to week. I know a lot of folks in my DMs, or actually in my mentions on X today, saying I have an apology to give. I don't know why I got an apology to give. It's a credible source who gave me the information to begin with on Max Pacioretty. And it's unfortunate news that he goes down. It looked really, really bad. But I think when it happened, Rosie, I'm like, oh, crap, man, this is terrible. Like, Pacioretty can't afford another injury in his career. He's probably, in some deep trouble. But it sounds like he's going to make a really good recovery from this thing. At the time, it looked like his hammy popped. But that is the latest on Max Pacioretty. I had mentioned it on Twitter on Sunday. He's going to miss some time, but it doesn't sound like he's going to miss months, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's damn good news. I thought it would be LTIR, which is a lot more serious. To go on IR and maybe he misses 2 weeks. I think we're like, my goodness, thank goodness. That's great news, because the way he grabbed himself and the way he left, it was like, is this guy going to be even here anywhere close to the new year? And about his history and that Achilles, and when he's grabbing his hammy, you don't know if that's just because his Achilles is dangling there and it can all detach, everything's connected. It looked really ugly. And to get the word that, he pulled his hamstring, that's just a sigh of relief. I think it looked a lot worse. And if he just misses 2 weeks and is good to go after what he's done on this roster since coming here, I think he's blown away a lot of people's expectations, and they'll feel it, the loss, for a while. But again, I thought it looked like months and months that he could be done for, or maybe just like that's season-ending stuff when you mess around with your Achilles, especially when he's got such a history of it. So a pulled hamstring I can live with.
Yeah, considered week to week, once again, Max Pacioretty. I think you made the keynote as well. It was just IR, not LTIR for Max Pacioretty. And I was told that it's all going to depend on the therapy sessions that are in place now moving forward. You can't forget, too, he's coming off 2 very, very serious injuries, so it could take him a bit longer than other players to come back from that type of injury. But again, as you referenced, like when he went down, you're like, man, this does not look good at all. And the way he looked up, and then he got to the bench, and there's like that glimmer of hope, like, oh, he's staying on the bench, but it's the end of the period. And then you watch the replay after they come back from commercial, and like Ryan Reeves is helping him off. You're like, man, please don't go down this way, especially against Montreal. He captained that storied franchise for 3 years. But I think it's, you cross your fingers for a full recovery here, but it sounds like he dodged a bullet. Again, if you recall, he went down about a month ago. And it's just unfortunate because the story of Max Pacioretty, where he's come from the last couple of years, how disappointing it's been for him in his career the last couple of years. And it's a feel-good story. Like, I believe he's already won the Masterton, man. But I think the way he's been playing, I think he should be in line for it again, quite frankly.
Yeah, it's been impressive what he's done. And I think I was on that side of things when, when they brought him into the Maple Leafs organization. I was like, dude, do you guys remember what kind of a playmaker and the abilities that this guy had? I think that people forget about that and think that, oh, he's done, he can't do that anymore. But if you look in a little deeper, it's like his injury history has not allowed him to be on anyone's page, and if he can just be healthy, I would think that he still has, premier talent and ability to produce in this league. And as soon as he gets out there, everyone was like, yep, this might be a nice fit. And he's done nothing but produce and fit in well and find chemistry with different teammates and line mates. So to see him, it's such a weird play, man. He just kind of jerked and tweaked. And that's one of the reasons that I was scared for him, is when, like, you go flying and crash into the boards, you're like, oh yeah, he might have broke his collarbone. You know what I mean? But that was just like, what the hell happened? And I was really scared for him that, that Achilles, which if you tear your Achilles, man, you can't do anything for a long time. He's done it twice. And then to have that weird movement and then just completely freeze, I was like, oh no, he might have done something that he's not coming back from. So I think that the news that just simple IR and a week to week, couple of weeks here and there, I think that's good news, because we won't be lost. We won't be without him for very long, I don't think.
Make sure to check out more of our content right here on the Leafs Nation YouTube page. We got long-form interviews, we got clips, we got epic rants by Jay Rosehill. We simply have it all. And don't forget, you can find out much more at theleafsnation.com. Thanks so much for watching.